Hi there, I'm Ahmed, a Customer Education Specialist at Receipt Bank's London office. Today I'll be helping with expense reports, a section of Receipt Bank where personal expenses can be recorded and collated. So here's what we'll go through. We'll cover how to create an expense report, how to add to and edit an existing expense report, how to export or download an expense report in a variety of different formats, how to assign team members as expense approvers, and how to set up effortless expense reports. So without further ado, let's have a look at this on the Receipt Bank web app. Great, so I've logged into my Receipt Bank account and I'm currently in the costs workspace in the inbox. Firstly, how do we create an expense report? It's as simple as selecting the cost items that you'd like to add to the report by clicking on the tick box here on the left-handmost column. So I want to add these four to the expense report. And along the top here, you'll see a button stating add to expense report. So go ahead and click that. You'd like to select who you'd want this to be for, when the report end date could be, and you can post this in directly, and what you'd like to name the report. Once you're done, click on the add button here. So that's created the expense report. Where do you find the expense report? So in your navigational sidebar here, it should be listed under workspaces. It says expense report. If you click on that, we'll find the expense report populated into here. So we've created this A1 expense report here, but how do we add to it? It's as simple as clicking back into your costs workspace, back into your inbox here, and selecting, as we did before, the cost item that you'd like to add to your already existing expense report. So we click on the tick box here, where we select the tick box here, and select add to expense report along the top. We would like to add to an existing report, and we simply select the expense report from the drop down here before adding. And that's it. Let's have a look at our expense report in more detail to see how we can edit it and what options are open to us within the expense report itself. So I've clicked into the expense report now, and you can see all 5 documents now show up listed here with the expense total. You may want to add a few more details, which you can do by clicking on report details. The tab on the side here, you may want to add a description or an internal note here. You may also want to have a look at the audit trail. You can, if you'd like, click on the PDF preview button just to show you how it would look as a PDF if you'd like to download that. You can also refresh your screen or refresh the report if you've made any changes to the report and still can't see them. You can also flag this or archive it. If you'd like to delete items from your report, you can do so as well by clicking on the red X just to the right of the total. And you can do that for each item you'd like to remove. Next, let's have a look at how to export your expense report, which you can do so by clicking on the download button along the menu at the top. We have 3 formats here that you can export to. You can export as a CSV, you can export as a PDF, and you can also send it via email. So let's get this exported as a PDF. Simply click on the link and the generate button here, and then we'll be able to download the PDF directly to our desktop. When you're done, click on the back to Receipt Bank link. You can also delete your expense report here, so we'll go ahead and delete this. Please note that once you delete it, all items contained in the report will be sent back to your costs inbox, so they won't be gone completely. There we are, the expense report has been deleted, And just to double check here, all of the items we initially added to the report are back in our costs inbox. Let's have a look at our advanced expense report tools, which are included in the Receipt Bank Premium account. So this allows us to streamline and automate the processes around creating and closing expense reports. And there are two main tools that are included in this toolset. So the first one is the Expense Approver role, where you can assign certain employees within your business to sign off on everyone else's reports. And we have the Effortless Expense Reports feature, which is an automation tool that automatically builds, fills and closes expense reports for specific users. So in order to create an expense approver, you need to scroll down on your navigation sidebar to Users here and select the user you would like to be your expense approver. So in this case, I'd select John's Construction. You select the Manage button just to the right of the user details, and then Edit User Privileges. So there are 3 roles here. So you can see that he's already been set in his expense approver. You click on the On toggle here to ensure that he is able to, or your colleague is able to approve expense reports, and then click on Save. So heading back into the expense report here, if you'd like to submit any changes in an expense report for approval, you simply tick on the select the tick box here on the left handmost column, and then select Submit for approval. And we'll scroll down to find John here for our account and submit that through. Okay, the second advanced expense report tool that I'd like to show you is the Effortless Expense Reports tool, which you can find by clicking on the top right of the screen. So in order to set it up, you'd follow the wizard, and if you'd like to edit it, click on the Edit button. You can set when the current report would end and how often you'd like it to be repeated. We have a choice between monthly, weekly and fortnightly, and whether you'd like to include inbox items into that as well. In this case, I'm going to add myself and John so that we can receive effortless expense reports every 2 weeks. Let's save that there. And that's been done. Okay, so let's look at what we've gone through. You should now be able to create an expense report, add to and edit an existing expense report. You'd be able to export an expense report, assign team members as expense approvers, and set up effortless expense reports. Thank you for watching. For any further information or help, please access our help center.